Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video for modern dating here.
There is a girl who ordered $600 worth of caviar on a first date with a dude.
Caviar is not even that good.
And also she was,
Or at least to me. Maybe I'm just not bougie enough for it.
apparently texting other guys while in front of him. So the dude, obviously, he ends up leaving in the middle of the date and leaves her with the bill. And honestly, I can't say I blame the dude. Like, the entire thing could have been avoided if she just would have acted as if she was like in a normal date and not trying to take advantage of somebody's money. And then the girl made a whole video like explaining her side, and she was saying how it was like, you know, the guy's fault because when they went out to dinner, he said that she could order anything that she wanted, so she got the expensive ass caviar. And my thing is, even if somebody says, hey, order whatever you want, why?
You don't go for the most expensive thing off the rip. Come on now. Let's have some cordialness, have some manners.
Why would you choose the most expensive thing on the menu? And especially,
And it's not even that good. Again, if it was like the most expensive thing, it was just something just had to be good or something. But caviar? Fish eggs, really?
on the first date, why would you buy something that expensive? Even if someone's like, hey, you know, get whatever you want, I'm thinking maybe get like a steak or a lobster, you know, not caviar. And in her entire video, she just took zero accountability and kept blaming the guy. And then once she realized that the guy left and she had to pay the bill by herself, apparently she couldn't afford it. And she was like, oh yeah, like I don't have a credit card, I could put this on anything. And my question is, if you couldn't afford to order it, why would you order it?
Correct.
Part 2 of how he flew me to Miami left me stranded with a $1,000 bill. So
Oh, it was $1,000 dinner. Holy cow! I thought 200 was outrageous. 1,000? Ah, man. Good job on him walking out. I'm not a big fan of the whole walking out thing, but some women do deserve it.
after he goes to the bathroom, I'm just chilling, like I'm still vibing out. I'm thinking everything's cool. Like I'm like, maybe he just has to go shit or something. That's why he was like acting like an ass. 2 minutes go by. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna give it to 4 minutes. 4 minutes go by, so this is what I text him. After 4 minutes, I said, hey, you out the bathroom? You've been in there for a while, you okay? The waiter keeps coming back and forth to the table. He's talking about, give me a minute.
I think he made the right decision, and I'm confident most guys would have done the same.
I agree.
It's obvious she wanted to use this opportunity to try things she wouldn't buy for herself, but things didn't go as planned.
Like I said, he went to the bathroom when we were done eating, so 6 minutes go by, and I said, bro, where are you? Hello, I know you did not just leave me. This bill is almost $1,000. I don't have shit on me. And he's talking about finding your way back to Michigan, shawty.
My mom gave me a great piece of advice, which was wait until you see what the other person who's paying is going to order, and then order something comparable or less expensive, but never more
Shout outs to your mother.
expensive. It's just being polite. Don't order anything you can't pay for yourself. If I know someone's paying, I try to order the least expensive. Common courtesy,
Boom.
date or not.
Common courtesy.
She probably doesn't even like caviar, but wanted to take pictures.
Exactly. It's not even that good tasting. I've tried caviar like twice now. Like just like a spoonful of it. Ew.
It's giving never had
Personally.
a chance to eat caviar before. I mean, I agree because I would never. But one could also question why would he bring a date to such a place where $600 caviar was being served? I mean, I'm sure he expected to throw down some cash in the first place. Walking out on that date without paying was the smartest decision he could have made for both of them. There's no reasonable excuse for someone to order caviar on a date, especially when they're meeting for the first time.
Especially the first time thing.
We all know she wouldn't have ordered it if she were dining alone, which clearly suggests she was trying to take advantage of the situation to enjoy something she normally couldn't afford. Fortunately, he saw through it and left her to handle everything on her own. It served as a valuable life lesson. Never order what you can't pay for.
Damn right.
After this experience, I'm willing to bet she won't make that mistake again. It was obvious she wasn't there to genuinely connect or learn more about her date, which is why he chose to walk away. He refused to be the simp who would facilitate her plans. Since
I mean, I felt like he was one of those sugar daddy types flying women over anyways, so he probably wasn't the best.
she decided to go large
But I mean, shout out to him for walking away.
on her order, he made sure she experienced the full weight of that decision. She likely ordered the caviar just to snap a photo for social media, and if that's the case, It's going to be the most expensive picture she's ever taken. The plan to show off on social media completely backfired.
What is so wrong with going for coffee on your first date? There's so many videos on my feed of people bashing on these so-called low commitment dates, and I'm like, yeah, they're first dates. Like if you're getting Netflix for the first time and you see an option to pay for a month versus a year, why would you commit to getting a full year before trying it out?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with
I'll
getting
take the free trial, please.
an expensive steak if you want for your first date, but it doesn't make you superior to those who get coffee instead.
It doesn't.
First impressions matter. I would be wondering how many dates does this dude go through to start optimizing his time and cost. But I think if you found your dream girl, the last place you'd think to take her would be for coffee.
How would we know you're our dream girl? We don't know that. Like, just because we're conversating on the phone and go to our first date, how am I supposed to know you're my dream girl?
You'd want to impress her, right?
It's crazy.
Yes, exactly. I like to do coffee or go for a walk for the first date. I don't even know if I will like spending time with this person yet.
Correct.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with a coffee date, especially for a first meeting. But for some reason, some women perceive a man's unwillingness to spend money on them as a sign that he doesn't value them, which couldn't be further from the truth. A coffee date has nothing to do with how we view the person we're meeting. It's simply a low-pressure way to get to know someone without committing to a full meal with a person we're not even sure we'll have enough chemistry with to sustain a dinner conversation. Those who refuse coffee dates often do so either because they're not genuinely interested or because they're just looking for a free meal. Neither of
Or both.
these situations is ideal to get involved in. It's far better to connect with someone who's on the same page.
All of us women have the same experience with guys, even though we are dating different guys. We have different traumas, different patterns, different attachment styles, yet we all have similar experiences with these guys. We all get ghosted. We all get treated like shit at some point in our life. Of course.
Because you guys all go for the same type of guys.
Maybe there is like small percentage of women that will all treat it very good, always, at all times. I'm not discarding that. Yeah, that's possible. But for the most part, we all have literal the same experiences with guys. And we cannot say, oh, I've dated the same guy. No, we've dated different guys, yet we have the same experiences. Isn't that weird? And then they will tell us we are the problem and there's male epidemic. Like, what?
There's a simple explanation for why many women share similar experiences when it comes to dating. I know a quick glance at their preferences would reveal why.
Right?
Whether they realize it or not, most are pursuing the same small pool of men, and then they're surprised when they encounter the same issues. There's a much larger group of men who are ready and willing to engage in healthy and meaningful relationships, but those guys are often rejected right away or placed in the friend
They don't give you the tingles, the feels.
zone. Being different doesn't matter much when everyone is chasing the same type of man. That's the key detail being overlooked.
I mean, the other side of it is men date a whole array of women, from short, tall, black, white, poor, rich, in between, everything, and we still get very similar experiences throughout. Where you guys are just getting very similar experiences with all the 6-foot men you deal with.
You can't keep repeating the same patterns and expect different results. It simply doesn't work that way. Continually going after Chad will only lead to the same kind of dramatic relationships. Those who truly want change in their dating life will need to reassess their preferences. That's the real step toward having a different and better experience.
Yo, I dead don't think I'm gonna get married, bro. Because
It's okay, bro. I think a lot of us understand. And we're not even mad at you. I wish you would. It's like I said, I wish you guys would want to, have a family, kids and everything. The marriage part I don't really care too much about, but usually comes with the marriage, but you don't need the marriage.
Cause how I'm gonna propose, like, bro, I'm not getting on a knee, bro. I'm not getting, that just looks like you're begging, like, oh, please. But like, I'm not, like, I'm gonna stand, give it to her, she don't want it, and I mean, to me, it just looks weird. You looking up at her like this. Like,
I agree.
nah, that look crazy, bro.
I agree. I'll just send her a text and hope she responds. And then they'd be like, she said yes. I thought I was the only one who felt this way. Begging just to completely take care of her financially, take all of her debt and drama. Only for God am I ever going to be on my knees. This just reminded me that men should really be begging for women. He made a valid point. Based on how things are going, it almost feels like begging for the opportunity to pay someone's bills, which is what makes the situation feel so off. In the past, relationships were more centered around love and building a life as a couple. Today, most are seeking partners who have already made it, someone who is ready to provide, shifting the dynamic entirely. Guys are currently entering relationships knowing it's often more about what they can provide instead of emotional connection or compatibility. It makes it transactional rather than meaningful, and that's exactly what the guy in the video was addressing. It's as if we're on our knees begging to cover someone's expenses. What stood out even more was the overwhelming agreement in the comment section.
I mean, a lot of us men feel that way.
Countless guys shared the same perspective. It's a reality we all need to reflect on. Things have definitely changed.
If I was a man, every woman would want me because I would just love and cherish them and tell them how beautiful and precious they were.
And you just get used and abused left and right.
And kiss them on their foreheads, play with their hair, buy them gifts, take them to nice dinners, spoil them, worship them, and make sure that every day that they knew that they were the most magical and beautiful creature in the world. Yeah, if I was a man, I would do that. It's weird that you men can't keep these women around.
Don't tell her, please. Let her find out via her son.
Yeah.
Quickest way to get friend-zoned. It's genius, why haven't I thought of that? Sis lives in another reality. This sounds like the average nice guy.
It does.
Real life and Hollywood movies are different. Based on this video, it's clear that she has no idea what she's talking about. She essentially described the exact qualities that land a guy in the friend zone. What she mentioned rarely helps men when it comes to attracting the women they actually want. In fact, those very traits are often the reason a guy isn't considered boyfriend material.
Yep.
The best he gets is a spot on her friend zone list. If what she said were actually true, the dating scene would be easier to navigate. I'm sure most men would love it if it were really that simple. Whenever I see women making videos like this, it becomes clear that they don't have a close male relative to discuss these topics with, because if they did, they wouldn't be so out of touch. She is conflicting real life with Hollywood movies, but let her son grow up and start dating, and she'll see the reality of how things truly work. I'd even bet that her current reality contradicts her own advice.
Yep.
Some of the very guys sitting in her friend zone or in her unread DMs probably fall into the same category of men she is talking about.
It's just so funny because she says all this, and then we have videos of studs, women that kind of embody a man, say the exact same thing men say. So I don't think men are the problem. Right, lady? No, you wouldn't know. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time.